Welcome to Reread. Today I'm going to talk about the Underworld comic series by Dark Horse Comic Books. In someone's timeline that they gave me and said was mine, they said that I put this after or way in the past, and I'm changing that in the timeline because it's obvious it happens after or during the last chapter of Rebel Dawn. So after you read Rebel Dawn, you would read Star Wars Underworld or skip it. When I first did my review, I could not remember much about this. I looked over the summary of it, kind of flipped through the book and went, oh yeah, I remember this. I think this was fun. Boy, I was so wrong. I was so wrong. This book is horrible. The comic book is terrible. It's terrible. There is Jabba and two other Hutts are making a wager, and they hire bounty hunters, Han, Chewie, Chewbacca, Boba Fett, Lando Calrissian, everyone to find the Yavin Vasticlia. It's like an egg or something, or a metal ball, and it's very precious, worth a lot of money. And they're offering anyone who can get it 50,000 credits. Well, of course, Lando makes a deal, and he gets the guy to go up, Bib Fortuna to go up 100,000 credits, because Lando's witty that way. And I love that. I did love that. That was good. Greedo is basically a rookie bounty hunter. No one wants to hire him. He wants to work for Jabba. He's want to prove his worth for Jabba here, but no, he's kind of laughable, and everyone makes fun of him. I'm fine with that. He is the comic foil the entire time, and it gets old. I mean, it would have been fun if it was like a Greedo adventure and maybe he wasn't involved, because he's hanging out with Han and Lando, and he's the comic relief in that cast, in that crew, as they go on and search for this egg. And I'm not really feeling that, because later on, not too far later on, Greedo, and maybe a few months later, is going to try to kill Han Solo. I don't know. It felt kind of forced. The artwork is hideous. It is awful. It is terrible. It's a headache to read. This guy is a heavy writer. I can't remember who it was off the top of my head right now, but word bubbles everywhere. Just as much word bubbles as there is art, and that's a bad sign. The writer did not let the artwork breathe, but maybe he thought the artwork looked terrible, so that's why he wrote so much. It's not enjoyable to read. It's just just dialogue for blah blah blah. We got to talk for a very long time about really nothing. Zuckuss and Forloom are in it. I was really happy to see them, but they did nothing the entire time, and they don't really explore their stories. Yes, they kind of tie in or mention some of the tales from the bounty hunters past for each one of these, that they can reveal at this time. So there is some continuity there, but at the very end, when they find the metal ball, they're double crossed by this girl who sells it to the rebellion for 4 million credits. Why? Because it carries a key to the Manasseh Temple on Yavin 4. They needed a key to get into the temple, and they pay 4 million. Why? That's never explained. It's just, we got a key and this would be important. Like that. And I think it's Dodonna, though they never say it. Bria is there, which is horrible, because they're acting like, oh yeah, again, before, as they parted and got screwed, she came back and saw him one more time and saved his life and said, I hope you'll forgive me now. He went, don't bet on it, sister, because Han's still got to be bitter about her. That was a horrible decision to put in there. Someone thought they were being really cool trying to tie in A.C. Crispin's story, and it fell on deaf ears. Lando, of course, is mad at Han, but then he buddies up with him and teams up with him for the rest of the comic book. And it's like, has he forgiven Han? Again, I'm not so upset about that, because it seems like Lando would let it blow off. And if Lando and Han could have made peace over it, I mean, they never talked about it after that, after Lando made some accusations. But if they would have made peace over it, and then later on Scoundrels came around and Lando got screwed by Han again, I'd be fine with that. But overall, it's a horrible story. It's a horrible story. Really terrible. There is not really anything good. I mean, IG-88, Dengar, Bosk are in it, and they're really just lame. There's a lot of lame scenes, but the artwork is so terrible. It's so terrible. This is just a dud all the way through. I would even tell people to skip it. It's very easy to get a hold of because no one wants it. You can even get the trade for like just a couple of bucks online or through secondhand. I think even the single issues are cheap because nobody likes this comic book. It is horrendous. It's horrendous. And oddly enough, I have the trade paperback for this. I thought I had the individual issues, and I looked and I have the trade instead, which I found kind of strange because I don't know why I got the trade instead of the individual issues. But either way, horrible series. You know, I reread it, and hopefully it was for the last time. All right, folks, that's it for now. See you later.